Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Vintagecraft. This is episode 40, which is the world recap. This is world recap number 4. Basically, world recaps are just me. I don't expect everyone to have all the time in the world to watch every single episode of Vintagecraft. So every 10 episodes or so, I like to make a quick, it's just a world recap, just to keep you updated with what's going on in the world, what new things we've done. So Vintagecraft is 1.6.1 Minecraft. It's my favorite edition. I've been having a lot of fun playing in this, and to me, I see it as the best of both worlds because to me, alpha and beta are very lonely, and I understand that it's not supposed to be goal oriented, and I respect that, but I like to have some goals. Drives me forward. I also like the addition of redstone and all these other things to add intricacy to the world. But anyways, let's start. So when I opened this world months before starting to record on it, and I spawned somewhere out in the plains, and then I came across this lake, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is it. I put down the sugar cane, and the idea was I wanted to just build a fort around this lake, and I sort of got there. This was my first home, my first bed. I don't think I'm going to move it. I'm going to leave it here for history's sake. And all these builds, the home base, this enchanting building, as well as the fort, were all built, and the walls that go alongside it were all built between episodes 1 and 10. I soon found a cave system out by my spider spawner, way out there past the bridge. That's where I got all my resources from, and it helped me start out. And like a lot of this build was built around that time, and it was all from that cave. I soon built a portal and entered the nether. As you see, I haven't finished the portal. I don't really enter the nether too often. I don't like to. But it's here. We don't even have a nether hub or anything, but I was able to find a nether fortress. I don't go out there often, and it's a bit far, so I won't show it to you today. But yeah, we do have stuff like that out there that I have yet to develop or do anything in. By the next batch of 10 episodes, from about episode 11 to episode 20, I wanted to build more cosmetic things. Because like this grass wasn't here, these trails weren't here, it was just land. This wasn't here. And I think I started the next 10 episodes with this bridge building here that linked the fort to my house. And it was very popular, one of my first popular videos. It seems that people really liked it. It was short, off the cuff, and I just went freehand, and it was really nice. It showed me that you can you can build your stuff and people will like it. You just can't be scared. You can't stop yourself, you know what I mean? I also used to have cows here next to my base before this build was here. I had little cows here, and because this was my storage room, anytime I came to get items or store them, I would get my ears just destroyed by cows. So as soon as I built the bridge, I eventually built the barn. The barn connects to the wall. It's all interconnected, and the whole purpose of the barn was to keep all animals away from my house, so I don't have to listen to this anytime I want to be home. Oh, now I'm stuck. I also did some miscellaneous things here and there. I did some achievement hunting, but sooner or later I realized that anytime I restart the world or open a new launcher and stuff, all my achievements reset, so I have stopped trying. I have opened the launcher on like 1.7 for my Herobrine series, and that has reset all my progress. So the achievement hunting episode was a bust. I remember building the fort was really hard, but I persevered, and it went through a couple of iterations until I finally found this one, and I'm very happy with it. Although it has no use, its cosmetic nature is more than enough, and I'm very happy with this build. From episodes 21 to 30, I had already gathered enough resources to be able to start really building things. And we started off with my self-designed tree harvester. Now, while it doesn't harvest the trees, it does route all the drops into one chest. So all I have to do is just plant a bunch of saplings here, and when they grow, I chop them down, and then I turned on the water that pushes all the drops down here and into the hopper. Very fun build. It's when I changed my microphone too, to this one, so my voice could be heard and it's clear and much softer. And it also was a very popular episode, which felt great because although it doesn't work the best, I'm proud of it because, you know, I just went to do it myself. And I think, if anything, it looks really cool. You know, it's really fun, and I don't know, it pushed me to do something. I later moved on to making the giant tree. And I even said it, I don't know in what episode I said it, but I did say I want a big tree in my base. I originally wanted it in the middle of the lake, but I forgot about that, and I was thinking, okay, I want to build something functional. I need mob drops. I looked at how to build a mob spawner, and it was just a tall structure. So I took that as the excuse to make a tree out of it. This was a very hard build, and it required a lot of resources at the time. I'm surprised I pulled it off the way I did. But yeah, it just took a little bit of elbow grease and some thinking. And it doesn't work the best, but it really supplies me with a steady supply of like gunpowder, bones, and other useful mob drops that are needed throughout the game. Soon after building the tree, I spent some time in the spider spawner, fixing it up, making new iterations. It just wasn't working too well, and when I came back, I was really inspired. I needed crops because I was running out of food. I died in the spider spawner, and all my pork chops disappeared. So I needed food badly, and I built this little crop harvester. This one's designed by me, but I'm sure the mechanism is well known and very simple. It's just droppers that push all the stuff down, which eventually push it down here into the hoppers. I'll turn it on for you guys so we can see the items come down. This was one of my what felt like least effort episodes because I just had so much fun building this, and I was inspired and I just wanted to do it, and I knew exactly how I was going to do it, and it worked out very well. And it follows the theme of having this redstone exposed with cosmetic builds. It looks a little funky, not gonna lie, but I'm okay with that. We can always add and take away once I learned better techniques, but very useful build. And I think it looks very pretty too. And as you see, everything went in. It's all organized here. And when I'm ready, I can go back up there and plant. I also put a chest here for quick access of some of the crops, you know? Yeah, it's a nice cutie pie build. Now, once I came back from the spider spawners, I built the auto harvester, as well as our auto smelter. I was gathering a lot of resources, and I had a bunch of furnaces just piled up in my home base. And I had enough redstone, and I felt like it was time to do the auto smelter. And it's nothing crazy. I've seen this design before in like Cub fans, and fairly simple. It's just chest mine carts running along hoppers, and it just pumps the items into the hoppers, into the the furnaces themselves. And then the furnaces are hooked up to hoppers that offload them into the chest. These are both run separately by their own levers, and it was a fun build. I don't like the roof, but I had it roofless for so long that I had to do something, and honestly it works very well, and it adds a little bit of lore and a nice look to the base. That takes us to episodes 31 through 40, which is where we are right now. And in 31 through 40, I was very happy with the views and the attention I was getting from these sort of bigger builds and functional builds. But I didn't want to just go into the farm meta of just having everything automated in farms. So I focused on doing bigger cosmetic things and spreading the base outward. And I started it off with the lighthouse out there. I did not design that myself. That came from a video. And it was a lot of fun to build. And I also got to do some terraforming, which I never really do. I just did it to practice. And I felt that it came out very well. As you see there, that was used to be all grass. But I terraformed it a little bit, made it more accessible. And it is fully kitted inside as well. We can go up there so you can see the view. It's not as pretty as you might think it is, but it's still pretty cool. Here we are at the top. You can really see the jungle from up here. Following up the lighthouse build, we started doing the bridge. Another bridge. I love my bridge building episodes. This one, it took me a while to design myself. And then to implement it and build it out was very hard. The episode didn't do too well, and I was not very, but I was kind of hurt by that. But at the end of the day, I'm very happy I did it, because not only does it look really good, but it's still very functional, and it takes me to where I want it to take me. And it proves that I can do it, you know? I've never done that. So I was very happy with it. After those two cosmetic behemoths, I was like, alright, I don't want to build anymore. So I focused more on redstone things. And the first redstone thing that I focused on was my piston door. So before my piston door, there used to only exist, this was just empty space. The wall ended abruptly, and then it was just empty space of things that I was going to build and whatnot. And I was spending some time on my creative world, and I was thinking, you know, what is vintage Minecraft all about? It's about bringing old Minecraft together back into the future. I think people like it. I like it a lot, and it's nice to see other people like it too. And what's more old school Minecraft than a good old piston door? So I built this myself, designed it myself, and I implemented it here, and it looks like a little CAT scan machine. I learned about how a T flip-flop works and how useful it is. So now I have buttons everywhere that turn the machine on and off due to this beautiful T flip-flop. Fun little build. I call it the TSA because you can go in and be examined from the outside. This is the X-ray machine that looks at what's inside of your luggage and person. After building this piston door, I decided to go ahead and build the Sethbling sorter, auto sorting machine. Semi-auto, actually, because you have to make the filters yourself, and they're not as easy as the modern sorting systems. It's a little more complicated, but it still works very well. This was very redstone heavy, but it just, I'm very happy I did it. Everything is where it needs to be, and it's all organized. I put my item frames, so whenever I build something, it's so much easier to get everything collected, and it just looks really cool. You have all these little redstone mesh wires and everything out there, and I'm very happy with it. Hey, I hear ya. Where are you? There you are. Bang. Now we're gonna move to the latest development on Vintagecraft. I was getting sick of these big builds and being around my redstone and stuff. I wanted a clean slate, and I found this snowy biome across from my village, and I was like, okay, this is the spot. And I wanted to build a church. I've been walking around where I live, and there's a couple of old churches, and I said, okay, I'll just replicate one of them and put it out here. And it turned out very well. I was very happy with the result. I really like the look, especially when you're approaching it, because it's very clear. It's just there, standing. If my game wants to load, here we go. Loading in. She's right there. Come on, show me. I know you can. We're getting there. Don't you worry about a thing. chicken wing. Here we go. She is. Hello, church. Wow, guys, I'm sorry about this lag. This is the modeled it after something in real life. It was a great exercise to do that, because it's sometimes kind of tough to find inspiration to build things, but this was just felt immediate, so I was very happy with it, and it looks really nice. And at this point in the Vintagecraft series, I have some viewers that are very helpful and very supporting, and they give great ideas, and they're always there. And I wanted to show my appreciation to them by immortalizing their existence within the LP in the world itself. And I call it the Viewer's Village. It's going to be at the foot of the church, and every viewer has their own house here, labeled with their own chest, as you can see. And we call it the Viewer's Village. And this is where Vintagecraft has sort of taken us so far. There's a lot that I missed, but I am going to be uploading a supercut video. Thank you to Era for the idea, but I know that a lot of you, or some of you, are long form content kings and queens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put episode 1 through 39 all in one. You can always go to that video and pick up wherever you left off, because I think going through playlists is tough, and sometimes you lose your spot and YouTube doesn't work very well. And yeah, I'm going to have that up. I also want to tell you guys, I've been tracking my statistics, and I noticed that my videos don't get pushed to the homepage as much, even though most of you click on the videos through the homepage. And I just wanted to say, if this is what you like to watch, I suggest not only subscribing but notifying yourself, so you know exactly when everything comes out. I don't want to deny you that, and I don't want YouTube to deny you that either. So yeah, make sure to do that if this is what you want to watch. And I'm also going to be opening a Discord, so any people can come, chat, suggest things, or just overall hang out and talk amongst yourselves. I'll be there too. I'll try to be as active as I can. I'm not really good at using Discord, but yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a place to create a forum instead of just having it out in the comments on YouTube videos. I think it's a much better place to centralize it. And with that being said, if you got to this point of the video, you're a G. I really appreciate you. I hope you guys like this world, and I can't wait to continue building with you guys here. And on to the next episode. Thank you all so much for supporting, and I hope to see you soon. Take it easy now. Bye-bye.